All right, Taste Buddies, May 10th. If you haven't marked it on your calendar yet, do it. We are doing our first ever live streaming Taste Buds, and we are putting all the pieces together right now. Most likely we'll be at a live venue in New York City as well as live streaming. There is going to be a ton of surprises. There is going to be the craziest battle you've ever seen, surprise guests. It's going to be a supersized long episode. It's going to be a ton of fun. You guys wanted this for so long. We're so excited to do it for you. People have been sending in artwork, poster work for the battles. We've loved it. Keep sending them in. We will post them. And now to the dates. You can see me live right now with the Impractical Jokers. We're on tour. Go to impracticaljokerslive.com for tickets. And if you don't see your city, we're adding them all the way through the end of the year. But for right now, we got Bangor, Maine, and Boston, April 27th, 28th, and 29th. We added a show at the Wang Theater. There's still tickets available for that. West Valley City, Utah at the Maverick Center, and the Belco Theater in Denver, May 5th and 6th. Then we're off to Texas, May 19, 20, and 21. We're in Arlington, we're in Austin, and we are in Sugar Land, Texas. Kick it over to June, guys. We got Columbus, Cleveland, and Detroit on June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Minneapolis, Des Moines, and Kansas City on June 15th, 16th, and 17th. I believe Joe DeRosa might be coming to one of these. I'm not sure which. July 27th and 28th and 29th. Nashville, Indianapolis, and St. Louis. 2 in St. Louis. We added one there, so there's still tickets there. And look for the dates through the end of the year. They're all coming. ImpracticalJokersLive.com. New episodes of Jokers is on Thursday night at 10 o'clock on TBS and True TV. We're in season 10 right now. Throw that on your DVR. Love you guys. We'll see you live May 10th.
Folks, Joe DeRosa here. I got shows coming up on the road, hopefully in your town, but Cleveland, Ohio on April 20th, April 21st and 22nd in Columbus, Ohio, and then back again at the Crane Theater May 3rd. All of these shows will be I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. Come on out, folks. We're real excited. Go to joederosainfo.com for all ticket dates, tickets, show information, ticket links. You want to buy tickets, whatever you need, it's all there. And also, if you're in New York, Joey Rose's open 7 days a week, sandwiches, drinks, good times. Come through.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they come.
Folks, welcome to TASTE Buds. Today we are battling 3 ways with our special guest, Sam Tallent.
I thought you were going to forget my last name.
No.
Okay.
No, but
that would have been a fun way to start.
In that moment, I did realize how weird your name is.
Is that a real name?
Tallent.
Is that real? That's your real last name?
Yeah, it's some Scots-Irish bastardization.
That's unbelievable. You were meant to be an entertainment.
Barrels. Well, thank you.
It really does help. But you sound like an urban comic, actually.
I wish, dude.
Yeah. So don't we all?
Yeah, I'd be like, who dat boy, run, he talking. You know?
Yeah. 2 L's, though, which is fun, which also makes it seem is your own spin on it.
Yeah, no, that's my name, man.
That's
my father's
great.
name, my grandfather's name.
What is their origin?
75% Scots-Irish, 25% secret Mexican.
Ooh, what does secret Mexican mean? They came in, they weren't allowed and they snuck in?
No, they lived in caves in New Mexico and were unaware that they were in America until a census worker told them in the early 1900s.
I haven't heard of this.
Yeah.
That's
they were donkey
fascinating.
people, mule eaters, that kind of thing.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you feel like you can identify with that part of you at all? Have you sought out anything in the family, or is it just...
Dude, my grandma was like, she forgot Spanish on purpose. She called it a dog tongue. And she said the only good thing about being Mexican is you don't get poison ivy and mosquitoes leave you alone. That's all she ever said was a benefit.
You don't get poison ivy?
No, sir.
Wait.
Rub it down right now. Grab some leaves.
That's a weird
Are you serious?
I didn't know about.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that not known by everybody?
Because it sounds like a racist thing.
Why does it sound racist? It sounds like a superpower to me. You could run through the brush and not have a second thought. Outside of ticks.
It does sound like it sounds weirdly, right?
So wait, what was the other thing that you don't get?
Mosquitoes leave me alone.
I could make that sound.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I could make that sound racist.
Yeah.
I could as well.
So, let's hear it.
Say something about Mexican people.
Mexican people have some of my favorite cuisine.
You can't even get poison ivy. Do you know that?
It sounded like you were upset and you were jealous of Mexican
The tone,
people.
I thought that was good.
It sounded like you envied them. Is the reason they can't get poison ivy and the reason that mosquitoes leave you alone stem from the same thing?
I think it's something in the blood, is what my grandmother said. Again, she was a 90-year-old woman who looked like a calzone. You know what I mean? She was just like a sunken dough of a woman, but it was brown and burnt, and she was deeply horrified of her ethnic history.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So my grandma Lydia is my only living grandparent right now, and I love her so much. She's 92.
Yeah.
And sometimes she'll be like, Puerto Rican people. But she's 100% Puerto Rican.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. So,
I don't know
Sophronia
what she means.
Escobar.
I think she just means like, I don't know what the fuck she means actually. But
She's probably at an age where she's forgotten that she's Puerto Rican and she's lashing out at race.
She freaks out at the parade.
Today we're doing. This is an interesting one today. Speaking of barrels, you mentioned barrels earlier.
Yes.
We're doing Sonic the Hedgehog versus Super Mario versus Donkey Kong. Arguably the top 3 video game icons ever.
Very
You've
arguably.
got other video game icons. You've got your Crash Bandicoots.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Your Vector Mans.
Your Vector Mans.
Yes.
let's talk about this because
your Samuses from Metroid, but
gonna
nobody's
say Metroid,
nobody's
yeah.
touching these 3. These 3, your Yoshis, your Kirby's, but these 3
you
are
got
the
no
3.
Yoshi and Kirby without Mario, and might I say you got no Mario without Donkey Kong, but I'll hold off.
Well, he was named Jumpman originally. That's the kind of thing I know as
But
a
he
collector.
wasn't Mario though.
He was originally called Jumpman.
But we're
You
talking
read the
about when it was
direction-
called Mario.
If you read the directions for Donkey Kong, like how to play on the machine,
Yeah.
on the original machine where it was printed, the rules or whatever.
If you go to
it
the
was
Library of
called Jumpman.
Congress,
Yeah.
and you get the manual.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause the machine used
just
to
time
have
on the weekends.
It used to have text on the next to the screen on the panel, and it would tell you how to play because it was like you were walking up to a thing in public. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Yeah.
And it would say Control Jumpman. That was what they called him.
Yeah, but we know who he was.
Did you also know this about Donkey Kong? Donkey Kong was originally that Nintendo wanted to make a game about Popeye.
Yes.
They did make a
And
game.
they weren't allowed to do it.
Well, they didn't. Capcom made it, but
yeah, but they weren't allowed to do it, so they made Donkey Kong, and then Donkey Kong, I believe, faced some further potential legal issues because of King
Kong.
Yes,
well,
Right.
I think Donkey Kong won that battle.
I think they
He's
did.
still with us today, and he's had children.
He's still with us today. And where's King Kong? I haven't heard from him.
It's been a while. No, Kong Skull Island. That's a rebooted series right now.
That's a good point. I forgot all those Kong movies came
Yeah.
out. I am team. Well, of course, I'm going to take the underdog. I'm team Sonic.
You're in an open grave, and we're throwing
You
dirt
think
on
Sonic is even an underdog compared to Donkey Kong? I think Donkey Kong's the biggest underdog.
I feel like people. I'll get into what I think people's problems with Sonic are going to be.
Okay.
It's also going to be a lot of my defense. The reasons I defend Sonic.
Okay.
Sam is taking the easy.
Well, I
Mario.
wouldn't
You know
call
how
it easy.
upset I am that we're not doing food? This is the one thing that I excel at as a gigantic pantload of a man. And we're in here talking about
Why don't
dork
you say
shit.
something?
Yeah, we would've
Because
done
I'm a guest. I'm grateful to be here.
So you say it now?
We would have
Well,
done
yeah,
food.
this is good pod. This is good content.
We
Yes,
would have
a
done
fake
food, but
conflict.
he said when you texted him a bunch of different things, he said you had strong opinions against Sonic. So we thought that was good to do.
You did. You
Sonic.
came in. You came. Your food. You're like, I like this a lot. I like this weird fruit. I'm not crazy about apples.
Yeah, what was that fruit?
But then
Sapote,
Yeah, what is that?
black pudding fruit.
What is
You ever
that?
seen that thing where they scrape it out and it looks like a gelatinous custard and it's like
No.
muddy black?
No.
no, I
Oh,
didn't even. I thought you
dude.
misspelled something.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
know.
thought you got
Yeah.
autocorrected.
Yeah, you were like, strange cheese. Is that string cheese? No, Joe. I have an
It
eclectic
wasn't?
tongue. No.
I thought it was
He
string
wanted me
cheese.
to
No.
figure out what strange cheese meant.
Yeah.
Is that just your opinion of which cheeses are odd?
I was talking like Roquefort blue cheese, you know? Like,
Oh,
Then
so you
say
are
Roquefort blue
editorializing.
cheese.
It's not
okay,
called strange
I'm sorry.
cheese.
I forgot who I was talking to. I apologize.
So it's not called strange cheese. That's just you saying odd cheeses.
I'm othering the cheeses.
Okay, got it,
yes.
got it,
It's
got it.
not your Parmesan.
I thought it was an autocorrect from a
Reggiano.
string cheese, and
Yeah.
I was like, string cheese is good.
It's a
String
weird.
cheese is fine.
It's a
It's fine.
weird.
It's for children. It's for babies.
Yeah, but
Strange,
it's fun.
Strange cheese is a weird thing to say, to respond with when I say, "What are your deal breaker foods?"
Yeah.
You go, "Love strange cheese."
I do love strange cheese and
But
tendon.
You strange to you could
Stinky?
mean Swiss for all I know because you think Swiss is weird because it's got holes
It's
in it.
very condescending.
I know. Well,
You're looking down upon me.
I am the heel of this podcast.
Yeah.
It has
I'll
been
tell you what,
established.
a high five from over here. I saw the list. Eggplants. I'm at the top of my.
I keep trying to get him to do an eggplant sandwich.
I love a good nightshade.
Oh, dude, tomatoes?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
It doesn't get better than a
What about
nice
Nice beef steak with a slice
a
of buffalo
nightshade.
mozzarella,
Professor
a
Food.
little bit of basil, olive oil,
Wait, I thought you were talking about
salt and pep.
eggplant is so overrated.
No, it's not.
watery vegetable.
You're overrated.
What?
Yeah.
It can be meat. It
Then
can
you're
be a
then
dip.
you're an eggplant. How about that?
I think that's a slur.
Racial. Yeah. It's 100% a slur. It's 100%
Finally, you're
a slur.
saying what they're thinking.
It depends who's projecting that on. I mean, I think you're an overrated
the
night shift.
Practical Jokers got canceled.
Using antiquated slurs.
Eggplant is a
Calling
watery.
a white and eggplant is
He's
racist.
secretly Egyptian.
Yeah, I know.
Eggplant
He
is a
doesn't fly that
watery.
flag.
Yeah.
It's a watery vegetable. The only reason I don't fly it is because I feel like I'm cheaply exploiting. Do you know how bad I want to just tell people I'm Egyptian to help me get jobs?
I know, yeah.
And I never went with it, so now if I do it now, it's too late.
Yeah, now you're appropriating your own culture.
My biggest mistake of my life was when I filed for financial aid at college. I didn't check Latino.
Oh, jeez.
I'm half, and I
Yeah.
didn't check it. I just
You
was like,
didn't
I
know.
play white, you know, so I checked
Yeah.
white, and then all of a sudden, no
You
money
thought it was
came
like
my way.
casting?
Yeah,
Eggplant's a watery vegetable, and there's nothing more disappointing than slicing into what you think is chicken or veal parmesan and finding out it's eggplant
Well, yeah,
parmesan.
if you're too dumb to know what you ordered. Yeah,
that's
that
correct,
is
yeah.
it's a sad life.
Sometimes you go to a tray at a party, for instance.
Oh, you're
I will
going
give
to
you-
eggplant parties. I'm sorry.
I will give you an eggplant parmesan that will change your life.
Yeah.
Actually,
Bring
our
it
buddy
on.
Tim Dillon is a foodie, if you will. We've had
No,
many,
Tim.
we've had many a meal together, and I turned Tim on to a friend of mine, Dom DiBartolomeo, Domenico's Foods, out in California, Beverly Hills Wine and Cheese Shop. Go check him out.
Oh, Dom's my boy. I love Dom.
Yeah,
I
you
love
know
that
Dom
shop.
through me.
I do. And the other day he messaged me and he goes, I think I forgot to respond. I was doing the Sandwich Summit in Austin, the thing I do at South by Southwest, and he goes, maybe you think of your boy. And I was like, Dom, you don't live in Austin or own a shop in Austin.
Right.
I don't think he understood what it was.
Well, let me tell you something right now. You have that man's eggplant parm.
I'm sure
is
it's great.
Melt in your mouth, unbelievable. It's so thin, it's paper thin, but layered.
Interesting.
I'm sure it's great.
So nice.
I thought it'd be
I've been-
thick.
Talking, what?
I assumed it would be thicker if it didn't become the mess that he's describing.
No, I'm telling you, it eats well, it slices
I
well.
like a nice thin eggplant parm.
Baba ganoush is where I'm coming from.
Oh,
Baba
okay.
ganoush is the number one dip there is.
Okay.
Get
Well, he just battled hummus versus onion dip. We just
Oh.
a
battled.
second. Did you
Yeah.
hear what he just said?
Yeah.
You don't agree with that.
Baba ganoush?
Baba ganoush is the number one dip there is.
Yeah.
No,
you don't.
I don't agree with
Yeah,
that.
that's.
He could have been in here for the last battle. It was hummus versus onion dip.
Yeah, I heard you guys screaming at each other like they turned the lights off and put the tasers on the table.
I mean, look,
Yeah,
we
it was
can
nuts.
switch gears right now and go and have a fucking eggplant.
No, we're
battle.
here. We're
We
here.
already tweeted it.
Doesn't matter. We can do that another time. We do that all the time.
No,
We can do
I'm
that right now.
Then you
look,
need a three-way for the other one. And we
I'm liquid,
I'll
man.
battle the two of you on eggplant right now. Eggplant, yay or nay? Tweet it out. You could tweet it right now. We'll go eggplant because I got a lot to say about goddamn eggplant.
You're going to go eggplant yay or nay? People are going to yay eggplant.
Yeah.
They're not going to nay it.
Well, let's give it a shot and see.
But it's an
everyone's-
automatic loss for you. Why don't we just stay in the pocket?
Stay in the
All right.
pocket.
This is interesting to me, actually, because Sonic is very relevant right now. Mario's very relevant
It's
right
very
now.
relevant right now. He captured the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Yeah. The people can't quit talking about Sonic out there.
Well, wasn't part 2 just released? Wasn't the movie just
yeah, like
released?
6 months ago, 8 months ago.
Yeah, but it did banging numbers, right? It was big.
Yes.
Compared to one, which lost $150 million.
No,
Yeah.
it didn't.
You
No,
know
of
the
course
box
it did.
office receipts
No, it
for
didn't.
Sonic?
No, the first Sonic did really well.
I
That's
know.
why they got us. Yeah.
It was terrible.
Okay,
Well,
it-
right
it
now,
made money,
Mario.
though.
Here we are.
Mario is controversial and relevant right now. I will say Donkey Kong is neither, and I know where my place is in this conversation, but maybe I play spoiler.
Yeah.
Wait a second, though. You said you brought up Don.
What's the matter? You have an issue?
No, we were talking about eggplant. Tim Dillon.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to tell.
Well,
a funny-
my point was
I had a funny
turned
Tim Dillon
onto
story.
Dom,
Yeah.
and Tim knows his food, and Tim will tell you that his eggplant, because you said your friends, Tim.
I had a funny Tim Dillon story.
Ask Tim about Dom's eggplant.
Yeah.
I will.
That's
You know
all.
what he'll say?
Yeah.
30 minutes in a row of words.
No, I've been talking to Tim. Tim and I, not that we disconnected, but we sort of reconnected
Yeah.
recently. We've been talking on the phone a decent amount and like really getting into like some
Tim J. Dillon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other day I talked to him and I said, I'm thinking about buying a house, and he went on a thing about how the power grids were going to die.
Yeah. It's never an uplifting conversation.
Should we get him on the phone?
Yeah.
What do you want to ask
It
Tim
went
Dillon?
sideways. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's bleak, man. He's a gray cloud.
What do you want to ask Tim? about?
I'll
Ask
say
him about
that to
Baba
him.
Ganoush.
All right.
Don't ask him about video games. He'll call us all the R word.
Want to ask him about Baba Ganoush?
If he forwards your
That's
call,
what
I will
Dom's-
laugh very hard.
I mean, if he's not busy, he should pick up.
Yeah, exactly. There's a hierarchy, Timothy.
Hello.
Hey, babe, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I miss you. I miss the sound of your voice.
I miss you. How are you guys?
Very good. Very good. I'm call. This is so. Believe it or not, I have been thinking of you, and I've wanted to call, but your name just came up. I'm with Sam Tallent, Joe DeRosa, and we're on the pod.
The
Lovely.
Taste Buds Pod.
We're on the Taste Buds pod, and food. You know, we're talking about food, and your name came up because Baba Ganoush came up,
Yeah.
and we wanted
Well,
a couple.
I also
A couple
said-
things came up, Tim.
Yeah, what triggered the phone
Yeah.
call, Tim, was I said I've been talking to you on the phone a lot lately, and we've had some nice conversations.
Yes.
And I said the other day I asked him about what that I said I might buy a house, and you told me how the power grids were going to go down.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm. By the way, I own a house though over there. So I mean, it's like, what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Well, so How do you? What do you got to go underground power supply? Is that what it is?
I don't
Generator?
know.
Power grids are
He
going to go
didn't
down.
expound on any of it. He just said
If you live in
it.
a nice area, like where Joe lives, it doesn't fail by him.
What did he say?
Like if you live in a nice area of Austin, the power grid doesn't really fail. It fails in areas that aren't as expensive.
Right.
Yeah, but you have houses in every expensive area there is.
I know.
He's saying he'll be fine where he lives because he bought
Oh, I thought that's what
in
he
rich
said. Okay.
areas, whereas
Right.
I would be forced to buy
Oh.
in a more impoverised area and would
Well,
suffer
I
a
didn't
power
say
grid
that, Joe.
loss.
You know, you're making that assumption that that's what I meant.
Wait, are they going down as some sort of a?
They're not going down.
But in Tim's reality,
Here's the reality. Joe is paying more than any other club in America. The talent at that club right now far exceeds probably any other club in America. The Comedy Store is limping. He has done what he said he was going to do and more. I mean, like, it is really,
Rogan, he
truly
means, not me.
amazing to watch.
I don't know. He went sideways.
wait. When did we missed how you pivoted? I thought you were talking about why the power grids are going to go down.
Tim, I wasn't referring specifically to our conversation. I was just saying it was funny that I said I might buy a house and you said the power grids were going to go down. Tim's
Well,
going
I
now
want you to
into
be
the
conscious,
worth of
Joe,
Austin as a city.
Of what's all the things that are going to happen to people like you. Power grids are going to go down. Water will not be able to be drank. I just want you to know that, you know, me and a lot of the people I talk to have plans. We're going to put chips in everybody. We're going to make sure we watch out for everybody.
Will I still get spots at Rogan's Club?
Yes. Well, we're going to get the chip in us. All of the mothership acts, we're all going to get a chip in us so that we never are late to our spots.
You and I will be tables at Rogan's Club.
We'll be,
People will be eating off of our back.
all right, look, I'll take it.
Yeah. We'll be on all fours.
I'll tell you, I always said when the shit went down, like I wouldn't murder anybody, but when the shit went down, like the vampires took over,
Yeah.
I would be the guy that helped the vampires.
Oh, yeah. It'd sell
Right?
out immediately.
I'd be the guy going, I'd rather be a slave than food.
Yeah.
So I'd be that guy.
If I
yeah.
can interrupt the side comment, we have him live on the
Oh,
phone.
sorry,
right now. Thank
Tim.
you.
Tim, anyway, we're battling today on Taste Buds Pod, Super Mario versus Donkey Kong versus Sonic the Hedgehog. Do you have any thoughts?
Yes. I loathe, you know, the way I feel about Italians. I like their food, but I feel like you know what I mean? Let's just say that. Now,
Equate each one of these characters to a race. Go.
Yeah, I would go with Donkey Kong.
Oh, hello.
Really?
Thank you, Tim. That's me. But we really called you because we wanted your side thoughts on Baba Ganoush, and I wanted you to speak a little bit about Dom DiBartolomeo's eggplant.
Tim, by the way, I know this is just a nuisance for you, but I think I was bombing the first 10 minutes so bad they put you on the horn. All right?
No.
You did great. You did great.
I'm
Thank
sure
you for
that's
coming
not
in.
Hey, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Philly Helium, April 19th.
Dom's eggplant is some of the greatest eggplant. It's phenomenal.
Yes.
The Beverly Hills Cheese Shop. I'm a big fan of Dom. He's a great guy, and he single-handedly made me lose no weight living in California. Where everyone else has lost tremendous amounts of weight. Baba Ganoush, here's the thing about Baba Ganoush. I like it, but I got to be honest. The variance between good Baba Ganoush and unedible Baba Ganoush is very large.
It's a matter of
There's a lot of
team.
it. If it's really good, it's great. If it's not as good, it's very skippable. And I got to be honest, it's just never going to be hummus.
Yeah, we don't want it to be
I was about
hummus.
to ask you what your thoughts are on hummus, because what you just said, I apply to hummus, actually.
Tim, I was Team Hummus last episode, and I lost to onion dip.
That's insane. What the
know.
fuck?
I know.
Oh,
I can't believe it.
God.
I can't believe it.
I like hummus. I think hummus is the standard bearer of Middle Eastern dips.
Yep.
I think Baba Ganoush can be very, very, very good, but a lot of times it's, kind of lackluster.
I agree.
Tim,
To be honest,
Baba
hummus, you can buy supermarket hummus is pretty good.
Baba
Oh, my
Ganoush
God.
looks like it should be a dollop in the middle of a bowl of hummus. It should be a thing that you drag in if you want it. It does not function well on its own. And it's a disgusting looking dip too. I mean, Baba Ganoush is gross looking.
Well, I mean, look, Tim, would you, but you don't think that sometimes hummus tastes like some bad hummus, it smells and tastes like edible vomit? Passable.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with hummus. Obviously, it is for the most part flavored. This is the thing with hummus. Okay, Baba Ganoush is never flavored, so Baba Ganoush relies on only the strength of the Baba Ganoush. Hummus could be flavored with many different things. To me, hummus is paint. It's white paint. You add the colors. You choose the palette. And to
Very
be honest,
poetic.
there is plain hummus, obviously, that's very good. But every time I've had hummus, I think I got to throw my hat in the hummus ring over Baba Ganoush. Baba Ganoush, I get nervous when I'm about to eat it. I get nervous. I'm never nervous around hummus.
I agree.
I love it. You had to come on the pod live one time, buddy.
I really want to come on the pod. I told Joe DeRosa this. A big guy, big black guy. Not that it matters, but it's funnier if I tell you the truth. He walked across the street to me in Raleigh, North Carolina. He goes, "Hey, man, when we go get you on Taste Buds?" I swear to God.
No way.
Swear
That's
to God.
hysterical.
It's hysterical.
Well, all right. I will let you go, buddy. I love you. I'll call you just for
I
a regular
love all
chat.
of you. Thank you so much.
All
right.
I'll talk soon. I'll give you a ring.
Thank you.
Okay, babe. We're joined today by Sam Tallent on the pod.
Yeah.
That was a long segment. I still vote we stay on this eggplant and just make it a discussion
we got
about
the
eggplant.
polls up.
The polls are up. The people
Let's
are
just go.
rabid.
We have plenty of time.
All right, let's start the battle. We actually do need to get to the battle.
All right, let's do it.
All right, folks. Sam, we start this with a chant.
Okay.
It goes B-A-T-T-L-E, buds. You can do it with us if you want. You
Okay.
don't have to. Ready? Time two. B-A-T-T-L-E, buds. All right.
Nice. He
The
put a
three video game icons, Mario, Sonic, Donkey Kong. Sam, as our guest, we will give you opening argument.
There is a long storied history of the Japanese.
Thank you very much. Sal. I'm just sucking around.
I thought you were going to Japanese. I thought you were going to bring it back to eggplant.
Oh.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No. The Japanese misrepresenting other cultures is always hilarious and exciting. All right, and you can take it all the way back to their, well, I don't want to say there, but a general disdain for Koreans after certain war crimes were committed both ways, and now the fact that they gave us their idea of what an Italian is has delighted generations of people for about 40 years now. All right, the gameplay of Mario has defined the side scroller, and then in the Nintendo 64 series, when they became the 360-degree open world romp that game was, has now been popularized and bastardized by most other gaming series to this day. So Mario has been on
Was
the
that the
forefront.
blueprint? Super Mario, was it 2 or 3?
Super Mario World was the magnum opus of the
But you're talking
Super
the
Nintendo.
original Super Mario Brothers for Nintendo.
I'm
The
more of a
original
Super Nintendo guy.
Well,
but yes,
So is
Mario
that
1
2?
was.
That's 2.
Well, I don't.
Mario.
now,
Super Mario World is 4, is part 4.
Yes, and that's the one where you get the feather and the hat and you fly about.
Yes, that's also the game that introduced Yoshi to the world.
Yes.
Super Mario World, in my opinion, is the best of the 4 Mario games.
3 was really good too.
3's fantastic.
3's solid.
4 takes what 3 did and just enhances it.
Can I
love 2. I love all those.
Do you love Mario Brothers?
I do.
Because I do. Because
quite a
that
bit.
game is one of my favorite games.
I do quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I would say I don't think Mario brought things into the side-scroller genre that have become staples undoubtedly.
Yes.
I believe they were the first one to have the overall world map where you could go whoop, 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 to world to world.
Zelda? No.
No. Well, Zelda 2 had an overworld map that you walk through, but not quite like Mario.
But Mario is like he's like a venture capitalist. He has now 50 other titles.
He's in a lot of stuff.
He's
a mogul.
He's a mogul.
He's built an empire.
He built an empire,
Yeah.
and he is the top dog
Yeah.
in 30 franchises.
Now, we have no Mario.
Arguably the biggest video game character across all platforms and companies.
Next to
What?
Thank you.
it should have been Pac-Man.
No, Pac-Man is a vestigial tale that hasn't fallen off American culture.
Anyway,
Pac-Man
sorry.
Oh,
We have no Mario.
how did we not do it?
Oh, no.
Who cares about Pac-Man? You guys are sentimental for Pac-Man. As me, a
Pac-Man-
young
Miss
hip-swinging
Pac-Man-
cat.
Pac-Man,
This Pac-Man is in the top 5 video games of all
I
time.
agree 100%.
Yeah.
If you don't know where the moon goes in the daytime, yeah. If the sun goes away and you go, no, come back. It's going to be cold forever. Yeah, dude.
I have a
Pac-Man's
upright Miss Pac-Man in my living room, and it's the first thing I ever bought. It should have been Miss Pac-Man. We fucked up.
That's all right.
We done fucked
We
up.
have no Mario without Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Well, that's my point.
So I throw to you now.
That's
for
what
the
my
argument.
that's what my standing point is that Donkey Kong predates everybody. And you mentioned before that Mario was called Jumpman in Donkey Kong. Fair enough. Now,
What else was called Jumpman? Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, the greatest
Point
basketball
Sam.
player, arguably, of all time.
Yeah.
Number 23.
Right.
Okay.
Christian Laettner, too, of course.
Christian Laettner, too. And that's Duke and NBA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Combination. I would say that Donkey Kong, did he take a woman and throw her in a cage and hold her for ransom?
Right.
Yes.
Who hasn't been there?
Who hasn't been there? Who hasn't
Right.
at least felt like they wish they could have this woman in their captivity?
Incarcerate her.
Yeah, incarcerate the woman. Who hasn't thrown fire bombs or wanted to at another human being who's trying to impede on their territory?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Honestly, if we're talking arcade, if we're talking video games in and of themselves, then I go that the Trailblazer is the upright machine. It's
Of course,
all right?
yeah.
And Donkey Kong was even before Mario Brothers, I believe.
It was Donkey Kong
so-
was pre everything Mario.
And Donkey Kong was a smash hit. I mean, when it got to that level of gaming, like, you know, there was something like, there was like, you know, much simpler games before that, Breakout, things like that. When it got to this level, when you had your Froggers and your Q-Berts and your Pac-Mans, Donkey Kong was just king of the mountain as well. And I gotta be honest, like, it's like if you go back and watch something that influenced other things, you might say 40 years ago, someone might watch a movie from you know, whatever, and be like, I don't get it. It's not. It's like, yeah, but you don't understand. In that time, it was the thing why we have this now, and that is what Donkey Kong is to both of you. You don't have either of you. You don't have Mario without Donkey Kong, and you don't have Sonic without Mario.
well, then that brings me to my Sonic argument. And I know
And
Sonic.
I'm not even getting into Donkey Kong Jr. yet.
All right.
Guys, when you were a kid, did someone ever read you the book Everybody Poops? Pimp, you ever hear about that book? Yeah. I think it's like a way to introduce kids to the fact that, you know, going to the restroom should not be shameful. Well, many people still have what they call pooping anxiety, self-controlled constipation, or nervous diarrhea. Okay, I won't go to the bathroom outside of my home, and I certainly, this applies to me. And a lot of it has to do with basically your gut health, and that's why we want to talk about seeds. Seeds DS01 Daily Symbiotic supports healthy regularity, healthy motility, and ease of the evacuation. There's also increasing research on the gut-brain axis, which Seed is currently researching in partnership with Axial Therapeutics. So it's a capsule in capsule called ViaCap. Safeguards viability through digestion for delivery of an average of 100% of the probiotic starting dose to the colon. So a lot of times you take vitamins and you're not getting all of it. This is 100%. The outer capsule also serves as an elegant barrier to oxygen, moisture, and heat, so no refrigeration is necessary. 16 of their 24 strains are specifically geared toward digestive health. That makes sense. People take a probiotic for digestive health. It reinforces healthy stool hydration, which I didn't even know really you needed. We're learning here. It supports gut ease from occasional gastrointestinal discomfort associated with where were we there, Pimpy? Increased intestinal transit time. I feel smarter just reading the details of this Seed product. Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic has 4 specific probiotic strains that have been shown to promote healthy skin and reinforce a healthy gut-skin axis. So you get what we're getting at here, okay? Seed delivers a DS-01 Daily Symbiotic to you monthly in sustainable packaging with a reusable glass jar that protects the probiotics inside and helps minimize plastic use and waste, maintains heart health, maintains blood cholesterol levels already in the normal range, and supports healthy intestinal recycling of cholesterol and bile. Does everything basically. So start a new healthy habit today. Visit seed.com/tastebuds. And use code tastebuds to redeem 25% off your first month of Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic. That's seed.com, SEED.com/tastebuds, and use the code tastebuds. Try it out.
I love ButcherBox, baby.
Premium meals don't have to come at a premium price. ButcherBox provides you with the best meat and seafood on the planet, so you can whip up quality meals on your budget, okay? Do quality ingredients come to mind?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yes, they do. And Sal,
what about price points?
Yes, they do. And can I ask you what your favorite qualities of ButcherBox are? Because I can tell you mine.
Yeah, please.
Maybe convenience. Maybe
Absolutely.
price points, as you said.
That's exactly
maybe quality, as you said. But most
What
important,
about
to
all
me,
the different cuts?
taste.
Taste, 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, pork, raised crate-free, and wild-caught seafood. High-quality meat, easy to find, seafood you can trust. Everything's humanely raised.
I love ButcherBox.
No antibiotics, no hormones, okay?
It's great. I love ButcherBox. I love meat. I'm a meat fan. And also, by the way, if you're going to do what we're going to tell you to do, you're going to get free chicken thighs for a year. How do you like that?
Deliver right to your doorstep. It's free shipping always, my friends. And you can curate a box and customize it to your needs. You can cancel anytime, or you could take their pre-planned boxes.
Quality meats right to your door, frozen, so you can keep them for a nice long time, airtight in the packaging. It's the best. Get free chicken thighs for a year and $20 off your first box when you sign up today. How are these people making any money? I don't know. That's 3 pounds of bone-in chicken thighs free in every box for a year. Plus $20 off your first order when you sign up at butcherbox.com/tastebuds and use promo code tastebuds. Claim this deal at butcherbox.com/tastebuds and use code tastebuds. All right, I know Sonic will be the underdog in this, but Sonic deserves leagues of respect. Sonic is the only, when I forget the name of the guy that took over Sega America. But
Everyone forgot his name.
Well, nobody, you couldn't name
His
the
grave
Nintendo
is
guy
unmarked.
either. Yeah. But
No one sends flowers to him
the guy
because
that
Sonic
took over,
sunk his ship.
Yeah. The guy that headed up Sega America when he was brought in by Japan, he had his only goal was to dethrone Nintendo because Nintendo had become so big. It was they were about to drop the Super NES. Sega said, we have to step in and be contenders again in this. Now, Nintendo, on a side note,
I'll say bravo to that because when Sonic dropped with Sega Genesis, I was all in.
Yeah. So here's the thing. He said Nintendo were real shitty. They were real shitty. They brought Sega to court and tried to get Sega Nintendo is real dirty. They're like Disney dirty.
It's because they're the best.
But here's the thing. This guy's only goal was to dethrone Nintendo, and they created a mascot. They said we need a mascot that can that's not just a mascot, but one that can rival Mario. They did it. They did it. They brought up and of course the classic slogan, Sega does what Nintendo don't. And the whole thing That's so. I don't know if that's true, but that's very funny. It says his personality was inspired by Bill Clinton. I don't quite get that, but
Sonic fucks.
Sonic.
Yeah. Remember when Sonic used that cigar on Tails?
Yeah. But Sonic,
You know all those things that he loses when you hit him? They're cock rings. Actually.
Sega does. Sega does what Nintendo don't. Sega's whole thing was like, if you're a little kid, go play Nintendo. You want to play with the big boys, come play with Sega.
There's good marketing.
It was great marketing.
Sega was
Sonic
a good way.
Launched the entire Tood era.
You can just jump all over him and cut him. You can
I don't
get
want him to
loud
get
and cut him
nasty
off.
with me via text
No, but
message.
you can get you can get passionate.
All I'm saying is that a Sega Genesis was a good way to let your friends and family know your parents were getting divorced, because that was a Hail Mary pass from dad to the kids to curry their favor. Good American families with good values, Super Nintendo. Right there in front of the TV that they ate dinner in front of every night as a crew.
It's a great point.
Yeah,
It did look like a divorce.
Oh, Sega was like, please, 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 I'm so sorry. She didn't mean anything to me. And I can prove that because now everyone's playing Lost Vikings. Fuck that, Joe.
In defense of Sega, though, I never had to blow into a tape once.
Not once.
No.
Never ever on a Genesis did anything ever not start up.
Because no one was
immediately.
playing those games.
No, that's I had a Sega Genesis.
I know. Look at you now.
I had
EA
a
secretly
Sports
Egyptian?
hockey.
Product of an adopted home? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, Joe.
I had a Nintendo. And I went from Nintendo to Sega Genesis because I could not deny that.
As did I. I didn't go to Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Sega Genesis came in and they were like, "Do you guys like metal? Let's fucking go." It was heavy metal. It was awesome. And
It was
Sonic
jet
the Hedgehog,
black. That was cool.
Here's the
I didn't
thing.
come back to
For
Nintendo until the
everything-
GameCube.
For everything that Mario spawned.
Spawned.
Yeah, spawned.
Sonic did that in the 90s. Like, there were so many mascots that came after Sonic.
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot's a good example with PlayStation.
Yep.
Where the whole thing was like attitude, rad, like all that stuff.
But
like,
they tried to do it many times. They also had, remember, was it Rayman?
Rayman.
Yeah, remember Rayman?
But that's
they
not
weren't all
Sega.
slam
Wait,
dunks.
who was
But
Mega? No,
Rayman's
Capcom's
I'm
Mega
just
Man.
saying, you'd be gadding a bunch of potential
But look
mascots
what
is
Mario
not
begat
good.
a bunch of potential
Yo,
mascots.
what
If you
about
got Sonic?
Bonk?
Bonk, yeah.
You remember Bonk?
Yeah.
Bonk.
TurboGrafx 16.
Bonk
They
is-
tried. That was.
Bonk also Tood. A lot of Tood with Bonk.
Latitude. All Tood.
That's the thing with Sonic was like they were like when you like watch like gaming historians talk about it, they talk about like it was like the
If you do
attitude
that
era
instead of
video
touching
gaming.
women,
like
yes.
Sonic did this. I remember when I had Sonic as a kid. If you didn't move
Yeah.
for like 30 seconds, he would look
Yeah.
at you and be like,
That was
Yeah.
fun.
"Yeah, it
That
was
was
like
fun.
it was an attitude kind of thing."
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, you want to read that?
Also. Oh, in the end, Sega's only focus was to compete with its rivals instead of fulfilling the user's demand. This led to their downfall. That's very true. And the company couldn't keep up with Nintendo and ultimately failed in its attempt to conquer the gaming market.
How Japanese. They were like, if we can't beat our rival, we're seppuku.
Yeah.
We're on the steps of the Capitol. We're either going to fucking do this or we're going to kill ourselves live on TV. And that's what they did
They
when they
died
put
by
out the
their own
Sega
sword?
CD. Yes.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that Sega CD was up. What was that? The Sega Saturn?
Well, there,
Saturn as well?
Well, no, there's the
Dreamcast
Here's what
happened?
happened. There was the
yeah, but
Sega CD.
nothing took.
There was Sega CD and then Sega 32X and then Sega Saturn. They released all three of those so close together they cannibalized each other.
Yes, they did.
It was a big mistake. And then they came out with the Dreamcast. They're all three of those systems are good. Saturn is a great system.
You're insane.
The Dreamcast is an excellent
Dreamcast
system.
was good.
But it just didn't. They
Neverwinter
screwed
Nights
themselves.
on Dreamcast was
Now
a beautiful
you want to talk
experience.
about the two biggest bonehead moves in gaming history?
Yes, I do.
In home console history.
Here we go.
Give it to us.
What I just said Sega did was a huge one because it led to the downfall of Sega being its own console brand and led to them now making games for basically for Nintendo.
Right, yep.
There's no Sega product right now, right? Platform.
No, in fact, the Nintendo Switch with the gaming online thing includes Sega Genesis streaming,
which is
now.
really
which
spiking the
is
football.
Wild,
Yeah,
right?
that is
You know
like,
what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's Nintendo put its finger right through Sega's belt loop.
Yes,
and they were
indeed.
like,
You're mine.
"Come over here."
Yeah, yeah. Give me your shoes, Sega.
But
They turned them out with that
Break
one.
yourself, Sega.
Yeah, exactly.
But their boneheadedness only to be rivaled by Nintendo's move. They were in bed with Sony, The PlayStation was supposed to be a Nintendo Sony product. Nintendo screwed over Sony.
Really?
Sony went, go F yourselves, dropped the PlayStation. Nintendo dropped the N64, and the rest is history.
Yes.
PlayStation was like, take care of yourselves, boys.
It is true. But I do think
Boneheads.
Well, what sells more right now? Is it the PlayStation or is it the Nintendo?
Switch.
Nintendo has
Switch is
been
good.
behind. The Switch is great.
I mean, the Wii and the Switch kind of turned it around. Although
Switch
they
is
did
for
that Wii
gamers
University
right
was a
now.
dumper.
I got them all. I got news for you. You still have a hard time finding a PS5 in a store right now.
Yeah.
You still have a hard time.
But is that manufacturing's fault or demand?
Look, it could be marketing. It could be a lot of
Well,
things.
let's just see right now. What sells more? Is it the PlayStation or is it the
I guess we
Switch?
could just look it up.
I think the PlayStation.
But Nintendo is innovating, man. The Wii came out, and the motion sensor, and now the Switch. Take it with you.
The Wii was a big moment for them. Nintendo is in. They went through a dark stage with 64 and GameCube. GameCube is a great system.
I liked GameCube.
64 was
system.
a big deal.
Yeah.
64 was, but it got it got destroyed. GameCube and 64 got smoked by PlayStation and Xbox.
By PlayStation 2. There was a brief
PlayStation
moment when
1 destroyed the N64.
64 had double the amount of numbers of the PlayStation.
I will
There's
say,
no way that's
PlayStation 2
That's why it was called 64. The other one was 32.
No.
Then
You're talking
PlayStation
about
2
bits.
dominated.
It's it's bullshit.
PlayStation
You don't know what you know
was
about bits. You
32.
haven't seen your act.
PlayStation
The PlayStation's a better console.
PlayStation was 32-bit.
PlayStation was CD. Nintendo was 64 was still cartridge.
And as a boy who was then and saved up all of his money to get that N64, I never had any issue with
And
it.
that stuff with
because
the-
it was smooth. It wasn't all polygonal.
What,
Yeah,
the 64?
No.
64 was a lot smoother than PlayStation 1.
PlayStation 1.
Laura Croft,
No, he's
dude,
right.
was not hot on
he's
there.
right. He's
and then
right.
PS2 came
guys,
out and she was
guys,
fucking
PlayStation 1. PlayStation 2 ended everything.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Can the guy who actually still owns and plays both of these consoles
I own them.
today speak in on this? You're wrong.
You've
the
been speaking
graphics
in on
of
it.
the PlayStation are better than the N64 graphics. They just are.
No, they're not, dude. It's all Virtua
While
Fighter
the
shit.
N64 had smoother graphics overall, the
Wow.
PS1 games had better
texture.
textures.
That texture is going to take you a lot farther than smoother graphics.
What word did I use? Smooth. Much like a good baba ganoush.
Bring it
the
back. Let's just change it to eggplant.
The textures that were applied to the shapes within PS1 games were more realistic. Again, a lot of this is because PS1's hardware specs and triangle polygons made it easier for third-party
Is
developers.
that a side-by-side comparison right there? Is that what that is?
That I don't know. I would think so.
All right, well,
anyway.
we could have argued systems even, but let's just kind of try to refocus.
Look at the yes, the N64 is a sharper picture.
Thank
but
you.
Look at the detail of the PlayStation. There's a crowd in the PlayStation Stadium on the racing game. There's the other one looks like nothing.
It's like they might have had more time to smooth it over. Interesting.
It's like they have better graphics.
No. It's like they were able to
Look at this.
take
You got
the game and
lawn
port it
over here
over.
on the play. You got so many more details.
Finally, grass in a video game. This is such a weak argument, Joe.
No, I'm right.
No.
But listen, here's the thing. Let's get back to the icons at hand that we're arguing here. Sorry, you also had I love all three of these guys so much.
Sure.
More than I love the people in this room.
Good.
We
know.
You're going to say that in front of them?
Huh?
God. Nasty thing to say.
Nasty.
No, but
You had
Donkey Kong, Sonic,
Country,
Mario,
don't forget.
they're his real friends.
Don't forget about Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, they answer his calls.
Donkey Kong Country on N64, Super Nintendo, was a late release in the Super Nintendo's lifespan, and that
Massive.
pushed all the hardware limits of the Super Nintendo. It was pre-rendered graphics.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country was a revolution. And I played it all the time. And that was the game.
Junior and Baby Donkey Kong and all that. The Junior was it
Diddy?
Well, they
and
had
Diddy
Dixie.
Kong. I mean, you got a whole flight of Donkey Kongs.
Well, there were
not many.
there were only three.
But
There was
you know
the
what?
Junior
I didn't
and then-
appreciate.
There was Junior and then Donkey Kong 3. Donkey Kong 3 is very forgettable.
Donkey Kong Country.
Yes, country. But you know what? With Sonic, though, I didn't like how they later tried to just like shoehorn it, like Sonic plays tennis now.
Yeah.
Why?
They
That's
did
what
that with
did
Mario too, though.
Yeah, but Mario did it. So like, don't try to make
No. They
Sonic
had
play
Sonic
tennis.
Kart Racers, which was I admit I like Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's
but
like-
everybody does kart racers. But
Also,
Sonic
he was-
Spinball is awesome. The
He was
pinball
faster
Sonic game?
outside of the cart.
Right.
You put him in a go-kart, he's already the fastest little hedgehog in the world.
Don't
Yeah.
come in here.
oh, sorry about physics aren't involved in
Don't
this.
come in here.
Yeah, there's no speed involved in this
Talk to me.
conversation.
You want to talk that a hedgehog can't drive a car in peace?
Hey, sorry. All right. And then that Echidna, his sidekick, is one of the worst. It's an abomination.
Sega made the same mistake with Sonic.
A mammal that
made
lays
with
eggs.
These consoles. They put out too many Sonic games in a row too quickly, where they were. It seemed like additional levels versus true sequels. And Nintendo did that initially with Mario. They made a Super Mario Brothers 2. It was considered so hard that they never released it here until later. Then they said, we're going to repurpose Doki Doki Panic and make it Super Mario Brothers 2, which is what they did, which is a great game.
Correct.
And then finally they
Joe.
said, this deserves a true sequel. And they made Super Mario 3.
And
What about this? Donkey Kong never had a movie, right? Sonic has 2 right now. I think he said the first one lost $100 million. But let's talk about the Mario.
No,
Brothers.
that's not true.
I don't know.
You don't get a
the box
sequel
office
when the first
receipts.
one loses $100 million.
I thought it was a smash hit, but
It was.
So let's
People
talk
hated it.
about the Bob Hoskins Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, let's do that.
And now let's
Yes.
talk about this one is getting panned because
Who's doing Donkey Kong's voice?
Jack Black.
Okay.
No, Jack Black's Bowser. I'm sorry.
He's Bowser. Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
that's got to be a tightrope they're walking there.
yeah.
Well,
But
I like
let's talk about this.
I like Jack Black as Bowser. I hate Chris Pratt.
Let's talk
as
about
Mario.
the blowback. Let's talk about the blowback for Chris Pratt not to use the quote-unquote offensive Japanese stereotype.
Yes.
He's getting blowback for not
Doing the
being
voice.
the offensive
Italian voice.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah.
That guy.
Well, here's
yeah,
what-
yeah.
because everybody wants it.
Here's
Nobody's offended.
Here's where I feel they did not use him because of that. They didn't use him because they wanted to load this thing up with celebrities. They
Yeah.
got Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. They got Charlie Day as Luigi. They got
Yeah, but he still could have. Chris Pratt could have still went. It's me.
Yeah.
just have the guy do it. Just have the guy that's been doing it. That guy helped make Mario who he is.
Yeah, they done
he
fucked
gave
up.
Mario the personality that everybody fell in love with.
Nintendo, if you're
And they
watching,
just
and we know
ditched
that you are,
Well, yeah.
you could have just gave it to the guy, Nintendo.
it. Honestly,
Come on,
it's enough to
Nintendo.
make me not want to see the movie. And I don't
You're
even like that
gonna,
voice.
You're gonna see
Yeah,
the movie.
okay,
That voice
okay,
bothers me.
Yeah.
okay. Midnight showing
Exactly.
before the release day.
Yeah, yeah.
let's not.
Hey, this is Joe
Online,
calling his
wearing
agent.
overalls.
I don't ask you for much, but can I get to a preview screening of the Mario movie? Well, a lot of guys ask for like court-sized seats, Joe, or like box tickets. But yeah, we'll see if we can pull some
Holding a
strings.
stuffed animal.
Yeah.
We should go to the phones. Yeah.
The phones. What fun.
At 40, let's go to the phone so we can take our time reading some comments here.
All right.
It's what we say. Sorry, when we go to the Twitter, we say go to the phone.
Okay, cool.
The poll is up on Twitter,
Yeah,
and thus
sorry.
live commenting.
I'm having so much fun, guys.
This super.
I love
I'd
this.
love for you to come back. This
Yeah,
one
yes,
was
that's what we're
this one
talking
was a
about.
piece
it
of
was
dog
terrible.
shit. Yeah. Well,
How old
my-
were you when it came out? Same in the same area. Yeah. It
Well,
was,
I will tell you right now, if you watch it now, it might be campy enough to be like, "This is terribly good."
Oh
You know.
yeah.
Sure.
Does Luigi come into play here at all?
No. Absolutely.
Because Tails and Knuckles don't come into play.
Okay.
Diddy's not coming into play.
Okay.
I'm seeing some of this.
But Luigi,
Somebody
is
wrote-
he a bastion to Mario, or is he like somebody just
he's-
waiting for Mario to fail?
No, he's player 2. He's player
Yeah,
2 in
yeah.
the original.
So
Super
you
Mario Brothers.
you believe they're like this?
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
think there's
It's
any
Mario
any
and Luigi and
you don't
the
think
Mario
there's ever been
That's
any
what-
friction
they're
there?
Super Mario Brothers.
It's Mario Brothers.
I know they're brothers, but I could point to a lot of brothers who look at Oasis.
By the way, I'll say this too. Sonic still manages, as does Mario, to drop a good game still. Like
Yeah.
Sonic Frontiers just came out, and it's a good game. Mario Odyssey came out. It was a good game.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They still,
also, Luigi's Castle or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
That was a
Luigi's
great game
Mansion is
too.
Okay,
It was a fine
I've
game.
never been crazy about.
That was GameCube.
Still
yeah.
a good game.
The original was.
It was a little
GameCube.
hard to control.
I don't. I
Paper
wasn't a fan.
Mario.
Paper Mario sucks.
Oh, it's a great
yeah.
game.
Let's take all the action out of it.
it
and make
brought
it role
RPGs
playing.
to the masses, dude.
What are you talking about? There was RPGs. Where
Yeah, but only dorks played them.
No,
and then
you're-
everyone's like, "Oh, what?
you're way
Mario's
off
getting
on that one,
involved." Oh,
Talent.
you don't think Final Fantasy was for dorks?
Talent, you're way off on that
Bro,
one.
come
You're talking
on.
out of your
You're
fucking
too close
asshole.
to this, man.
You're talking out of your.
You're myopic. You can't see because you're so lost in the trees.
If there's anyone who's too close to it, it is
Yeah.
you. You're like,
Yeah.
I played every game we mentioned this morning.
I'm seeing a lot of this is a tough choice, which I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I kind
well-
of thought it was going to be like fuck Sonic.
If you pick anything but Donkey Kong, you're a racist. Then I'm Adolf fucking Hitler.
Wow.
What's not to love about an angry barrel-throwing ape who kidnaps a blonde woman in his youth, taking that every day against an Italian plumber and a blue hedgehog?
All right.
Your words to God's ears, sister.
Mario is a simp for a princess who can't stay safe to save her own ass. Donkey Kong is a poop-flinging monkey. Sonic is a baller collecting rings and emeralds. That's investment in his future. I like that comment.
That's nice.
Good.
That's all
Sal,
chat
it's
GPT.
not-
That's generated. No human being would have that thought.
Sonic is trying to save the planet. Mario and Donkey Kong are both just simping over a girl who obviously isn't interested and thinks they both smell like shit.
Well, let's just for a minute about Princess Peach. I think she's also a little bit full of herself.
What's under the bustle? That's what I want to
exactly
know.
right.
What's going on?
pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, as far as princesses go, she's at the bottom of a list.
Yeah,
I mean,
princesses are never high maintenance.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. What a finicky
The
bitch
first
she is.
5
right?
kidnappings, I'll give you a pass.
Right. Yeah, but number
Around the
6,
sixth, I start
what
to
were
go,
you
"You're-
wearing?
what are you doing here?
Yeah. You're
doing
wearing
something."
banana-scented undies? What's going on over there? She has just borderline personality disorder.
Yeah,
As soon as Mario's busy on another antic, she's like, I know what'll get him
She's
back.
like, who's the chick that got kidnapped and then fell in love with the famous one?
Oh, yeah. Syndrome.
In real life?
Yeah, who was the lady in the 70s? She got kidnapped and she started to side with the family.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
She became famous for it.
Was it the Hearst?
Yeah, Patty Hearst.
Yes, Patty
Yeah,
Hearst.
Patty Hearst.
Was Sonic
was it in
over Donkey? Wait, hold on. Was Sonic or Donkey Kong ever played by Captain Lou Albano? Conversation over.
I would say that in a fight,
Yeah.
Donkey Kong's wiping you both. Of
course.
Well, with you both.
Mario breathes fire.
Mario isn't shit
And
without his
super-
little
and
hats and his little
Everybody,
fucking outfit.
everybody
Fair.
throws fire. Everybody throws fire.
Sonic would blaze ass on Mario, and Sonic at least has a chance again.
Blaze
You
ass.
can avoid
the whole-
Donkey Kong all you want. Once I get my mitts on you, I'm smacking you with
I
this
could run around
ring.
you so fast that I could make time spin. Sonic is the Flash.
You know
You're
what
the
game
Hulk.
has settled this?
What is he? I mean, come on.
I don't know what he is.
Nothing.
I'm a union
Lois
guy.
Lane.
Yeah.
He's a local
I
hero.
got the 5 families behind me.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
What are you
yeah,
talking
not for
about?
nothing. He's like
That's
God.
true. Yeah, you're Carmine.
I'm
Marconi.
untouchable is what I am.
Yeah.
Roger Craig Smith deserves all the love with Sonic. That's the guy that. Or no, it's not.
Read it. Read the next one.
Donkey Kong Country destroys every Mario game. Don't even get me started on Donkey Kong 64. Well, I'm not saying 64 doesn't have good games. Sonic is for the kid that made. Sonic is for the kid they made sit at the back of the class when he forgot his meds.
Yeah. Before there was Adderall for children, there was Sonic.
Donkey Kong is the only one who went from full villain to full hero, arguably the most character development of all 3. That is an excellent point.
The younger siblings are going to get PTSD this episode. How does a gorilla named after another animal or a cracked out hedgehog come close? All right.
Can you scroll down a little bit? There was one that looked really good. Just a little bit more. Italy should replace its flag with a picture of Mario. Japan has done more for Italy than pizza, tourism, and The Godfather combined. P.S. What kind of pants does Mario wear? Denim.
Yeah.
Oh, denim.
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't know what that meant, and I still got it in the moment.
Yeah.
Some might say I should be a broadcaster or something like that.
You guys make it look so easy, they think they can get in the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing any funny ones, really. I mean, some
Zelda.
but nothing like that.
Zelda.
I know.
I mean, there was other.
Could
There
have
was
had a
other
five
My
ways
way
they
wife
could have
cheated
done.
on me with both an Italian man and a giant gorilla. I vote Sonic. Let's give him the win. That's fine. Follow at Golfin Sports 69.
Sonic is like a little Ron Jeremy running around.
Oh yeah.
All right, Sam. Here's how we do it. You plug everything you want to plug, and then we do a segment called Humble Pie where we declare the winner, and then
Okay.
whoever wins has to say to the other two, "I still love you." I love you back, and that's
That'll be
so plug
easy for
away,
me to
please.
say.
Yeah.
I will be
Yes.
at Helium, Philadelphia, April 19th. I'll be in Houston the 20th. The 21st, I'll be in Lafayette. You can buy my book, Running the Light, that people love. It's a hell of a novel at samtallent.com, Tallent, where you can find all my dates as well. And follow me on Instagram at samtallent.
Boom.
Nice and simple.
You got a new follower here. Your
Thank
shit
you.
is the best. This is
Oh,
really
thanks,
funny.
man.
He doesn't even talk to me like that anymore.
Yeah,
I remember when he used to.
There's a new weird glasses guy in town, Joe.
It'll pass.
Yeah, I know.
I get tired of you like you got tired of me.
That's okay.
I'm loyal. I am
All right,
loyal.
ready?
Sorry.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Mario's going to win, obviously. But
6,000 votes. And, okay, Pimp's going Mario himself.
Interesting.
Ooh, that's how I thought it would net out, but
Wow.
I did not think.
A landslide.
I did not
still got to
think.
win over you.
I did not.
Still got to win over you.
Avalanche.
Yes.
Yeah, you tied his hands behind his back with the Donkey Kong situation.
Yeah. I should
Donkey Kong
have
had no
took
chance.
Pac-Man
You know, you should see
or
what
Zelda.
he's made me bet
I
on
wonder.
this
I wonder
guy.
what Pac-Man or Zelda would have done in this situation.
I don't
Pac-Man
think
would have lost by an even more
I
of a
think
landfall.
so.
Pac-Man.
Miss. What? Sure.
Oh,
sure.
sorry.
So it is a proper. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be that far apart. Mario is 66.7% the winner. And you got
2/3.
Sonic and Donkey Kong close, but it's the way I thought it would end up. Sonic 18%, Donkey Kong at 15.3%. Which, you know, everybody loves an underdog. Maybe I'm the underground. You know, I'm the underground player.
Give us the line.
I still love you guys. What was it?
That was it.
You know,
Yeah. I still love you both.
I love you
love
too.
You're supposed to say I still love you.
I won.
He won.
Yeah.
So let him
Oh,
say it.
sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm all loopy.
But I still love you.
I love you too.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they